Welcome back. Now time for Kara's Cures, and today we're talking all about how to reclaim your calm in moments of stress.
Yeah, we all get stressed, but Lisa Barrett is a registered art therapist and a licensed professional counselor. She's also the author of the book, How to Live an Empowered Life. Easy and practical daily tools, because we need things we can do every day for those who live a real life. She's joining to talk about this now. Thank you so much for being with us, Lisa.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Calm and clarity sounds so lovely, but I think some people are like, gosh, we're all so stressed. But you say empowerment really comes from decreasing our emotional reactivity. So we're not going to necessarily be able to change what happens to us, but we can change how we feel?
Yes. Yes, so I call those externals, people, places, things, and situations that are going to arise around us all day long, right?
Yeah.
There's many, many, many forms of stimulation that we encounter. However, the externals don't have to dictate how we feel.
Okay.
They could influence, of course, but to the extent of how we give our energy away and for how long is within us.
So if you're in a moment that seems very chaotic, what do you say to yourself to break out of that and do exactly what you're suggesting?
Right. So I break it down really simplistically. First of all, always acknowledge what you're feeling, because feelings are just feelings. So if you're stressed for a moment, be like, okay, I'm stressed, or I'm frustrated.
Name it to tame it, I've heard.
Yes. In fact, sometimes I'll just, if I'm really agitated in my house, I'll just go, ah, and get it over with. Let that energy release. And then from there, it's within our choice, highlight the word choice, how do we move forward? So then it's like, isn't that interesting, is one of the key things I teach. It's like, can we go into the neutral zone and make things softer when a situation happens?
So neutral, you say, is a practical brain-based approach.
Yes, it
that
is.
creates calm and clarity. So we actually I like to think of it like a remote control. We choose and we shift our channel. It doesn't always feel easy, though. It can feel like you can't do it sometimes. So if you're in that moment going, there's no way I'm getting to calm.
Right, right. But the easy way is, and the reason why it is brain-based, is because if we go into the neutral zone, which is breaking it down into facts and detaching the emotions, it goes into our prefrontal cortex. It's incapable of emotions.
Our prefrontal cortex is not capable of emotions.
It is not.
Oh. Wow.
It cannot.
I didn't know that.
If you have emotions, you cannot be registering the prefrontal cortex at the same time.
This is why teenagers who don't have a prefrontal cortex are so emotional. They don't have the part that's not emotional.
Problem solved right here.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know what, as you're talking and I'm listening to all of this, what if you're not at a great place to have this moment? Like, what if you're at work in front of a lot of coworkers and you're agitated? How do you remove how do you handle yourself professionally, personally, when you're with people alone? What do you do?
That's a great question, because that's what I teach my clients all the time when they get explosive or adults are having a really hard time. So some simple basic stuff to do is A, get up, walk away, take a mini break, splashing your face with water, running cold water over the wrist.
It kind of resets your nervous system?
Kind of resets. Counting backwards from 5 goes immediately to the prefrontal cortex.
Just from 5? You don't even do 10?
5.
5.
And always backwards, never going up.
2,
1. And then you give yourself a slight...
I feel like you just hypnotized me. Am I going to bark like a dog? Woof, I don't know.
So actually, that you give yourself an action step after that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just breathe or relax or take a step away.
For people who have panic attacks, they always say to count to 10 and just close your eyes and count to 10 and, you know, kind of put yourself. So this is almost like, I wouldn't put this on the panic attack level, but this is almost a way where you have to focus and concentrate on something to take yourself out of that moment.
Yes, and if you go backwards, again, it goes into the prefrontal cortex. That's what I call the neutral zone. That's the phrase that I coined and put in this book. When you get in that neutral zone, that's where you can find, again, calm clarity.
That's why in our final bit, and we're going to take a deeper dive because there's a lot of, I want to show the book, How to Live an Empowered Life. Where do we get this?
So that's on Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
Yeah, you can also get it on my website.
Okay, and shout out your website again.
touchedbyart.net.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too, because I know you're an art therapist, but we're going to take a deeper dive. But just, quickly, it's really important that we need self-care, because the self-care is when we already get fried or we're not taking care of ourselves, that's when you're going to be more reactive.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons why I teach in the book, is that we have to develop our base. When we develop a daily practice of self-care, self-love, before all of the externals start up, and we give our attention away to 1,000 different people, give it to ourselves, so that when the externals do start happening,
because they will.
Because they will, and they're beyond our control, right? Because we have no control of that stuff, is that we'll be more liable to be able to get back into that prefrontal cortex, calm clarity quicker. But it's a daily, and I do emphasize daily practice.
Yeah, we don't just do this once a month. Yeah. Yeah. Little things, it can be different for everyone. Like I like a little, I need to have quiet in the morning, so I need to get up when no one's, if people start talking to me right away, it's not good.
Yep.
I do that to my husband, and he tells me it's quiet time.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm like, I sometimes will say, like, why are you up?
I wake up talking. I think I'd be your biggest challenge.
No, that is, he wakes up, I'm like, why does everything have to be so verbal?
You and Sal should see a therapist together.
You wouldn't need a therapist, we can be quiet. Okay. All right, no, we have more information. Visit the website, touchedbyart.net. We are gonna talk a lot more on Kara's Cures.
I feel like that's the nicest way I've ever been told to shut up.
All right, we are going to continue talking, because Eyewitness News at 4 is next, and we've got the latest on all this heat and your breaking news. Let's have silent time.